So we're not in my usual setup. As you could see, we're not in the light box, but that's for a reason that this is kind of big and I need room to show it off. Not that my light box is small or anything, but if you've watched videos, it's kind of hard for me to maneuver in here, and just up here, I have more room to maneuver. And the reason this took so long is I had this build. It's not a very complicated build. I mean, look at it. It's just a box. 4 down. It's just a box, but like, as you can see, if you look at the front, there's a Nielsen and Murdock sign. And the reason it took so long was quite basically because the place I ordered that from Firestar Toys, if you wanted to get it yourself, it just took forever to come in. Same with, in here, spoiler, there's Matt Murdock head. That was from the same website. But it's not a very complicated build. This is Peter Parker's apartment, and this is Matt Nelson and Murdock. This is very inspired by the apartment from the Sanctum Sanctorum set from 2018, when the Infinity War line. And this is just kind of small display. I love both these characters. Obviously, who doesn't, right? And I just wanted to build something for both of them, as you know, just because I like them. As the front is very basic. You know, you have like your sidewalk here. You just have a lamppost for some decoration outside. There's a fire hydrant right there with some plants, and then the Nelson Murdock sign. I was originally gonna have it hanging, but I was like, nah, it might be more unique if it's not hanging, actually, because a lot of and just up here is just the front of Peter Parker's apartment. But up here is actually like a outdoor garden kind of. I wanted to give this little thing something interesting, and I just thought that would be the most interesting. But this is the door from the Sanctum set, actually, just to give, because that door had like detail. Or is that from that's either from the Sanctum or it's from Thor's apartment, but just to give the door some detail. Sorry, I just smacked my Millennium Falcon. Turning it around, let's start with Peter's apartment, because there's not much. Peter's apartment, it's small. You know, you have the TV and you have the bed, you have the lamp, the like his dresser with like some action figures and a globe and some books. These are the walls from the Peter's apartment. And there's like what are those, like the microscopes with the computer, and like a painting right there with a lamp right there. Peter himself, he's working on like a little gadget. And under his desk, like the set, is his homemade suit drawing. And then under the TV, there's actually like a brick for like the console and everything. Very, very basic, but you know, I wanted somewhere for my Peter to hang out. Down here is very basic as well. A lot of this stuff is from the Office set, which is actually what, like, the appliances is actually why I got this set. I don't really care much for the Office, but there's a lot of cool, interesting builds in there, and I thought I could use those for like different stuff. That's what I did. So like stuff like the printer and like the degrees and stuff I used in here. So same as the paintings. Starting over here, we have the reception desk, you know, with the reception and then like some files. That there's like the fire extinguisher and like files and some cabinets and a big painting right there. And an award with like a printer and Karen right there, my own custom Karen. The, you know, computer and a mug and a light. Here I have Matt and Foggy. These aren't necessarily based off the show or comics. It's just kind of like a design of mine. So you have them hanging out, just talking. And they actually share a desk. A, because I don't have room, and B, you know, they're broke, right? They wouldn't have room for like their own desk. That's why I gave them like an old-timey computer. Because A, they're broke. And also, like with Matt, I didn't really know what to do because he's blind. He can't have papers. He can't have you know, like computers right on. But here we have like a trophy and then the fish tank from the Marvel CMF, like a post-it note. Like I said, the degree. On their desk, you know, they have a soda, a phone, a light, a little pen holder. This is a very small build, but I just wanted to show it off. You know, I'm not the best builder in the world. Kind of basic. So this is what I just wanted to show off. I was very excited for these pieces to come in. I really was waiting a long time for these pieces to come in. But yeah, guys. Sorry. Yeah, guys. I hope you guys think it's at least cool. I think it's basic, but I think it's a little interesting. As you can see, like, the roofs are all tiled off as well. You know, I kind of gave them, like, a little lip. Not this one because it's kind of like on the outlet. This side has a lip as well. I just hope it's a little interesting. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one.